Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, please subscribe, like and share with your families. And so I'm here, and today's topic we're going to be discussing a to-do list upon your arrival into a foreign country. So the first thing that you should know, you should get a new SIM card. Now on this topic, I'm going to specifically speaking about au pair, and I know even these stuffs that I'm going to talk, they're going to be able to reflect with other countries. Although I'm going to be speaking about France because I'm based in France and I know more about the process. So if you came here as an au pair or even a student, you should be having a French number, which is very important. So once you get this French number, there are varieties of French numbers like mobile services. There is like one which is like a, which I find it more affordable and much more easier. Okay, and then we have another one which is free. We have SFR. We have voyage, something like that. Sorry, my French is not that good. Yes, and then we have orange. So those are the type of mobile services provider that you can get here. So once you get your mobile, okay, your mobile service, which is so that you can get a French number. So the second thing, you're supposed to validate your visa. So validating your visa, you should be able to validate your visa within the first 3 months that you are here in France. And it only cost 50 euros. Okay, so 50 euros is not too much. Your host family can pay for you. Okay, they can pay for you. You can have an agreement, they pay for you, then they deduct it from your salary. Okay, and other host family, they're super nice. They don't deduct it to your salary, they just help you to validate the visa, and that's it. So what happens when you validate your visa? When you validate your visa, you're supposed to have an identification. Okay, hope I'm pronouncing it well. So where are you going to get this number, or you can call it numéro étranger? So you go to ANEF. Okay, you go to ANEF and you create a profile there in ANEF. And once you have created a profile, you're going to be able to give out your visa number. So each and every visa all over the world, it has a number. So that number, you will put it into there, and they're going to be able to give you a étranger numéro. Why am I calling it étranger numéro? Because you are a foreigner who came to a country, so you have to validate the visa. Okay, and once you validate it, you're going to be able to get that étranger number, which begins with 9. Mine also starts with 9. So of course, that's how it goes. I don't know, maybe it's went to higher, but mine, what I know, mine starts with 9. I don't know if the number increased because lots of people are coming and validating their visa. Okay, so once you validate your visa and once you create that profile, make sure you save that numéro étranger because you're going to use it. Okay, it is going to be required somewhere else where I'm going to state here today. And then make sure you save your password, and make sure you save your username in that profile of ANEF. And another thing that you're supposed to know after you validate your visa, so in validating the visa, you're going to be able to put your numéro étranger, you're going to be able to put the address of your host family where you're living, and that's it. They don't need too much. Okay, yeah. And when validating, you're going to be able to choose which visa are you validating. Okay, because you have your visa. Upon your visa, because I don't have a sample. Okay, I don't have a sample. So in a visa, there's a photo view, there's some details, they have the number of your visa, they have the date when you're issued and when it's going to expire, and then they always have a stamp down there, and then in that there's somewhere they normally write something. So when you are validating your visa, you're going to be able to choose if it's an au pair one, and then you're going to be able to, you're going to see some numbers. Yes, sometimes you can find there's R318-316, like that. I don't know how nowadays it looks like, because I came in 2023, so you know, some stuff have changed. So another thing, now we're done with, once you have your visa, once you have your validated your visa, and then you already have a SIM card, now you have a French number. Now another thing is for you to get a social security number. This social security number, it's where you're supposed to send some documents to CPAM in Paris, okay? Or maybe to the region where your host family they stay. So your host family are going to be able to tell you more, but majority for au pairs, we send them to Paris. Yeah, I'm going to write down the place where you send them, the address, so that it's going to be much more easier for you, okay? On the description. So another thing now here, what do you need to send to the CPAM, okay, or to Paris for this social security number? So this one here, you're supposed to document to attach. So these documents, I'm going to describe them also on the description down there. So in here, you're supposed to have the contract that you came with. Okay, you have to do a copy of your visa, you have to do a copy of your passport, and of course you have to go with your birth certificate. So make sure when you leave your country you have to carry your birth certificate, because it's the most important one, because you have to use it. Okay, so now you're going to use your birth certificate to CPAM. Okay, and now once you send that, you're also going to send an address. So this one is where your host family is going to write habitation attestation. So this one, it says where you live. Okay, so it's like a home address. Now since you're a foreigner and you came here as an au pair, you don't have a house of your own, so you live with your host family. So your host family, either the host mom or the host dad, they're going to be able to write for you a letter stating that you're staying with them from this date to that date, like that. And they can be able also to attach their electrical bill yeah, the electrical bill or mobile bill to prove that it's the same address that you're staying with. Okay, which is less than 6 months. It should not be more than 6 months, it should be less than 6 months. And so you're going to attach them, and then you're going to send them there. And once you send them, now the CPAM, they'll be able to respond to you if there are other documents that you forgot to attach. Okay, and when attaching those documents, there's always a form, and that form, it's a form, okay, that now you are applying, okay, it's a form for applying that you want a social security number. So it's going to be much more easier and faster for you. So they will give you the feedback. If there's any missed documents, they will tell you, and then you're going to be able to you know to upload those documents. But majority in France, we send our documents with poster. Yes, with poster. I know, yeah, you have to send them with poster. So those are the documents that you're supposed to attach. So those are the few of the documents that I remember, but under my description I'll be able to write more and more if yes, so that it can help you. So another thing, you have to make sure that your host family takes you or enrolls you to a French class. Okay, so there's some areas where you can get free French classes. Yeah, but it depends with the location, like that. And sometimes you don't have organization where they are teaching French for free. You can find like Alliance Française. We have Alliance Française here in France also. They teach, and they have their own school fees structure. And also we have Greta. So Greta is also known for teaching French, so it's based here in France also. You can enroll, and you can see the payment, although these schools are super expensive. Yeah, so but anyway, if your host family are able to afford to pay for you for the French course, it will be nice for you. Okay, so those are the stuff or to-do lists upon your arrival as an au pair you're supposed to have them. And I hope this video was educative to you. It was important for you as a new au pair in a foreign country, and it's going to be able to make your process smoothly. And I believe that each and every information I share here is going to be helpful to you and your friends who are planning to come here in France as au pairs. And also believe in other countries, they also have their own process on validating their visas. I don't know too much, okay, because I've not gone to other countries as au pair. France was my first country to be an au pair. And another thing I want to say before this video ends, so I want to tell you, if you come or you move from your country to come to another country as an au pair, please make sure you choose or like you plan yourself super nicely. If you know you're going to come to a foreign country and you want to become a student after your au pair duration is over, please make sure you carry your educational documents. If it's possible, you can have them translated back in your country to the country where you're going. If it's in French, let them be translated, and also let them be graded if it's in a good level in France, because France, they have their own level. There's a diploma, there is I don't know, I don't know much. There's back 1, back 2, back 3, something like that. Yeah, like that. So there are lots of things that you're supposed to do. So I've told you should have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, and of course you can also have a plan D, of course. So that's why I normally encourage my friends, when you come here, make sure you really know what you want, because after au pair is just a cultural exchange, and it can go maximum of 2 years here in France. And once you're finished with your 2 years, you must have another plan. If you want to continue to be an au pair, you can start searching for host families in another country. If it's in Germany, make sure you learn German while you're here in France. Okay, yeah, if you want to go to to Denmark, you can go to Denmark. If you want to go to Netherlands, you can go to Netherlands. And of course, if you have done au pair in another country, I think you can't do au pairing in Finland. Finland must be your first country as an au pair, which is much more easier. But as I've told you, you should have a plan A, plan B, plan C. A plan A is to change to student. Plan B, you can decide to get married. Plan C, you can decide to look for a working visa. Plan D, yeah, everybody has their own plans, and I believe you will be able to have your own plan. And of course, I wish everybody who is planning to be an au pair a wonderful, successful journey of au pairing, because au pairing is not for the easy ones. You have to be strong, because you will face some challenges. You must be able to overcome those challenges. You must be a good leader. When I mean a good leader, you must be able to solve issues, okay? Because the host family may leave you with the kids for 1 week, and then voila, what are you going to do for 1 week? That means you're the one who is in charge, okay? So that means you're a leader. So please make sure you are able to become a leader, because au pairing is not for the easy ones. And I repeat, it's not for the easy ones. Dealing with other people's kids is not easy, and you can't discipline them, because it's not allowed by the law to beat other people's kids. Yeah, even your kids, you can't beat them. Okay, so it has been a journey for me to explain more about au pairing, which is much more fun for me to share with you my experience. My experience was a nice one. I can't say it was a bad one, and I thank God I was able to finish au pairing, and now I'm into something else here in France. Okay, so if you feel you need more information, you can always write a comment down there, and I'll be able to respond back to you. And I hope this information was very helpful to you, And of course, congratulations of being an au pair in whichever country you are here in the universe. And of course, I will be dropping another short video on something else and how you, I leave you guessing. Bye bye.